Hello everybody, this is FC7, and today I'm going to do a walkthrough on the Crown of Deceit quest. One of my favorite quests in the game. It's for level 55 plus. It's an older style quest, so you won't be using the quest journal at all. And it's for an all illusion. It's a elf illusion. I'm not going to try to pronounce the race, so... it's kind of like the dark elf illusion, except it's a white elf instead of a dark elf. So, a little bit more information about it. Be prepared for a lot of faction work. You may need to have a high tailoring skill, or have a friend willing to help, or a guildmate. And you may need an enchanter's help for a couple items. So let's get started. Alright, so I usually start out right here, and you have to find Sage Balic. And what I usually do is go to Plane of Knowledge and use the Find window, and the Guild Tribute Master is right next to the NPC you need. Chana Gracie. And the phrase to actually get the quest is, "What magical mask?" And he'll hand you a picture book. And once you get the picture book, make your way to Upper Gut. And if you're in POK, just use the Grob portal. Make your way to the entrance of Upper Guck. And what you're going to do is find an NPC called an Old Frogluck. And there he is. I recommend, once you find him, to mark it on your map. If you're just starting the quest out, you'll probably be KOS to these guys, so he'll probably attack you. So now we'll start the faction work, so he won't attack us. And in order to do the next step of the quest, you'll need at least Warmleaf faction. And there's actually 3 ways to accomplish this. One of them is in Lower Guck. You just kill all the undead, like I'm doing here. You just go in and basically just slaughter everything. And if you do it this way, it's going to take a long time. You get 1 faction, you get like +1 faction for each undead that you kill. So what you'll want to do is go to Old Seb, because there's better faction here. This is the second way to do it. You can come inside and kill all the Froglucks in here. And they also give you a +1 faction. Now, the third way to do it is one of the newer ways that was discovered. And you come to the crypt area over here, and somehow you make your way inside. And these undead, they give a +25 faction hit, which is really, really good. That's the best faction for Upper Guck you can get. I highly recommend doing it this way. And I'll show you, there's like 15 or 20 frogs here. In a patch, I think in 2014 or 2015, they started adding faction numbers, so people discovered that this area is actually heads and tails above every place else you can go. You can kill these undead frogs, and get a better faction hit to the positive. Like I said, you have to get through that door though, and I'll leave it up to you to find a way to do it. I would ask general chat if you're unfamiliar with certain ways around getting through that door. Normally you just pick lock if you're a rogue, or you can shroud one of your alts to pick lock it also. Or there's rumors that there's ways to use illusions to get through the door. I don't know. I've never done it before. And there's also rumors that if you stay down here overnight with your healing mark out, and if you have a pet, you can gain faction overnight by just parking your tune here. I don't know. I don't recommend that either because there might be some kind of rule against it. I don't know. The company has been tricky lately when it comes to stuff like that, so I recommend just spending an afternoon, maybe get one of your guildmates to open that door for you. Come down here and just concentrate on destroying all the undead froglucks. But yeah, this is definitely the place you want to be, or else you'll be spending like 2, 3, 4, 5 days in Lower Guck, just farming faction. So try to get in this crypt area. Alright, so once you have the faction, your faction will be maxed. It's back to Upper Guck. And you want to go back to the old Frogluck. And right now, I'm going to con him. You need to be warmly, remember, to get the next step of a task. And I'm not warmly yet. I'm kindly. So what you need to do, because I'm an evil race, I worship an evil deity in the game, is you have to kill the Ghoul Lord. And you have to get the mask, or it's a hat. The Ghoul Lord cap. And you have to wear that to increase your faction to the point where the old Frogluck will speak to you. I think it's called the Scalp of the Ghoul Lord. So now that I have the scalp, it should only take maybe 3 or 4 pops of the Ghoul Lord to get it. It's very common. You just put it on your head, and now he'll talk to you, because you'll be warmly. And you hand him the picture book, and you'll get the elf essence recipe in return. And you'll now need to hand him 4 items to complete the quest. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Old Seb, and we're going to try to get the crown, the Frogluck Wheat Crown. And if you don't know the way, I'll show you the area. I'm running there. It's over where the fungi tunic drops. it's easy to get lost in these hallways, so you might have some luck, and as soon as you see the juggernauts, you'll know you're in the right spot. Now this door is also hard to get through, and you can either wait for one of those guys to open it for you, or if you watched one of my other videos about the casino and getting elder beads, you can use the Eye of Zom to open the door for you. I don't know why it works like that, but it does. And I'm pretty sure it's intended that way. So you cast your eye, and it will open the door. So click your eye off, go inside, and the frogs will be around this area. As you can see, they're labeled differently than the rest of them. They have the word REIT in them. In this area, I've never had it take too long for the crown to drop. I think the first time I've done this quest, I did this quest, heck, I think it was back in 07 or maybe 06. I remember it taking a long time, but I think it's because of my level back then. This one I got it like the first clear of the frogs. So as you can see, there it is. The first item you need. So you'll loot that, and now that that's complete, you're on to the vial of purified mana. And what I recommend you do is, first of all, just search the bazaar, because you'll probably find it there. A lot of merchants sell this stuff. If you have an enchanter friend, enchanters make them if they're not in the bazaar. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, you're on to the Western Wastes to hunt glacier mastodons, and you're going to, well, first of all, check the bazaar to see if there's any fur, because you'll need 4 of them, so check for Valium mastodon fur, and there's usually nothing. You can also buy the cloak as well, but there's nothing today, so have to do it the hard way and run to Western Wastes and hunt them yourself. So there's the item or the animal you need, and I actually got pretty lucky with these drops as well. It maybe took me 10 minutes to get all 4 of them, and I could have swore like 10 years ago when I did this quest it took like hours and hours, but I don't know, maybe they upped the drop rate on these since 2006 or something, I don't know, but they were dropping pretty good today. And all this information is up to date as of 8/22/16, so if you're following this guide and it's like 5 years after this, I don't know, maybe it's changed. Okay, so here's the ingredients you need to make the fur cloak. You'll need to be good at tailoring or have somebody do it for you. I switched to my Necro because he's max in tailoring, plus he has a trophy that puts him over 300 skill, so I think you can't even attempt to combine if you're not like at least 198. So this is probably the hardest part of the quest. So there I made the cloak. It was pretty much no problem. Okay, so on to the last item, which is the elf essence. This is a really easy part. It's a no-fail combine. The celestial essence you can get in the bazaar, or it's crafted. Dark elf parts, they drop from any dark elf. You can probably find it on vendors, as well as wood elf stuff. And the elf essence was the one that you got, the quest part that you got from the old frog luck. So you can buy them all in the mixing bowl, and there you have your last part, which is the elf essence. Run back to Upper Guck, go back to the old frog luck. Remember to put the scalp on if you're an evil race. I kind of made a mistake there and put the wrong crown on. So it's not a hard quest to do. It's just, I think the tailoring part's probably the worst, but I mean, just ask somebody in general chat. Maybe they do the combine for you. And hand in all 4 items, and there you go. There's the crown. One of the best items that I think you can use in the game, just because when you cast the illusion, it's not too big, it's not too small. It's kind of just perfect for a cluttered UI like I have. That's why in a lot of raid videos you'll see me actually having that illusion on. And you can add it to your illusion belt if you have the newest expansion. Thanks. That's it.